There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Luka Modric. He's someone, Peter, who reads the game that little bit quicker than everyone else. He's got fantastic technique too, and that allows him to weigh his through balls to near perfection, as well as keep hold of it when he's under pressure. He's a real leader out there, someone who can take control of the game and maintain it.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Oh, he's been caught on it here!
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And here's Inzaghi, he's got away. The ball has bounced loose now.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. Bale, and the counter is on. That's a good foray he's making. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Martinelli. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now he's got space here. And this is Inzaghi. Can he finish? And that was very necessary. Still goalless. Beckenbauer proves too strong. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Looking to play him in. Martinelli, and he's managed to get free. Corner given. And we have our very first corner. Check claims comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's intervened well there. And it's Bale. And that has left him in a heap. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, that pass isn't the best. That is ended up in no man's land. Can he get it through?
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Rijkaard. And here's Inzaghi. Look at the space here. Martinelli!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Again, a brilliant save.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
It's their second corner of the game. Bale goes short, and here's Bale. Good chance here! And that is a save of real quality, not easy by any means.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Aguero, Mbappe. Batistuta in the hunt and looking threatening. Can he latch on to this? And this is Bale. Big chance! Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. High, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Looking for the run, and he's well positioned here. Great chance! Batistuta! Glorious! A finish of true class! And Lazio score first! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Lazio are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Xavi Alonso, still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Knocks it into space. That's a nicely shaped ball. He has found the way through. Araujo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that is the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Lazio come in leading by just the odd goal.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Lazio have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Knocks it out wide. In with the challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Bale. Vermaelen kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Elche definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Some resolute defending there. Over to the right flank. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Modric. Pass somewhat off target. Jordan Henderson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And De Bruyne! Oh, good finish! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Elche are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
He's having a shot! And he should have made them pay.
Bale really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Será reemplazado por el dorsal 21.
Lazio perhaps contemplating their next change here. Looking for options for movement. He's had a shot! And that's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of...
Can he finish? And that's a sharp finish. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Jordan Henderson, Xavi Alonso, De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Martinelli. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He's picked his way, goes for a shot! Goal! Lazio! And he is just ripping it up!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Lazio leading now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And here's De Bruyne. He is just caressing the ball. He's found the way through. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Elche dragged themselves back again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can...
Shapes to shoot! Goal! Lazio! And they're back in front. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And it's Gerrard. De Bruyne. Lovely pass, but can he get... There's the shot! And it's come back out to him. Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very leggy.
Mbappe.
Habrá 6 minutos de descuento.
And here's Aguero. That pass has been well intercepted. Mbappe. De Bruyne. And it's Henderson. Schlotterbeck cuts it out. Schneider. So what can they make of this? Oh, it's a great ball here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And now the breakaway. Now it's Savinho. And that's it. Lazio have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Batistita, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might-have-beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on themselves, but sometimes you just have to win games whatever way you can, and that they did.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The Lazio fans are out in force, the atmosphere crackling, passions are high. How could this not be inspiring for all those down there in light blue? Things already rolling. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that cutting edge in the team, making himself a great option when they've got possession.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Xavi Alonso. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And he's heaved it away. Pass somewhat off target. Knocks it out wide. Drives it in. That's a decent clearance. Well, they've got it again. And it's Xavi Alonso. Now it's Mbappe.
This is the time you need that pace. Bale clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Mbappe. Good ball, good take. He's one-on-one, surely! Oh, great keeping. Snaffled out the danger.
Listen, in those situations, he always looks as if he's in control. He never seems to get flustered. Exit.
Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Gerrard picks it up from the goal kick. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Xavi Alonso aims beyond the defence. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Bale, nice bit of trickery. Oh, nicely intercepted. Lazio, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Zanetti.
Inter definitely like they're pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that is well cleared. Zanetti delivers. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
15 minutes till half-time. Passing is crisp and sharp. That is good alertness. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That has not gone well. And it's Schneider. Searching passes played there. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Zanetti. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. High. Knocks it into space. And the finish! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Alonso tries to pass it through, and the shot! And he hits the net! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Just eases him off the ball. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's a key interception. High. Oh, he's ended up in no man's land. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. The second half is up and running. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Nearly, but not quite. Well, that is one way to stop him. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, good spread. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Tries to play it through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That's an imaginative pass. Well, that's well seen too. Zanetti. Baresi does really well to win the ball there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's forced to go back. Romero spots it and intercepts. Schneider.
Such good technique.
Oh, that's fabulous. And he cuts out the supply. Xavi Alonso. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's...
Decent chance! Goal! Lazio! And they get themselves in front! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Lazio have their lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Mbappe. And he's intervened well there. Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. Great vision.
That's a modern defender's instinct.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 8.
Costa Curta has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
Looking to play him in. Not the most accurate pass. Opts for safety. Akanji kept his eye on it, and he's there. Looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Can he get away here? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 18.
And we have our very first corner.
Lascia il campo per il numero 7.
Cannavaro with the clearance. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Lazio have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Oh, good ball! He's had a shot! And that's a sharp finish! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Lazio go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Schneider gets on his bike and on the move. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's a pretty loose pass. He's played it back.
He's got no choice here, he had to go backwards.
Yamal.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Yamal receives it in a good position here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Nuno Mendes, looking for options for movement.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, what has happened here? Now the cross. That has been knocked clear. Time added on will be 2 minutes. It's a searching pass. Ferran Torres wants to run onto this. Ronaldo is onto it. And time is up. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw it.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The Eternal City embraces this massive sea of blue which has flooded across the Olimpico. It's hard to convince yourself there's another team involved. So we're very much on the way now. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Danielson. That pass isn't the best. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Spread to the right. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's got away. And he's whipped it across.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
And a goal kick. That's an imaginative pass. Deftly out wide. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. Now it's Diaz. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Cafu. It's Kimmich. First quarter of an hour gone. And here's Batistuta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Kimmich.
Pretty robust defending.
Savinho. Maldini gets a foot in and wins the ball. Wriggles his way through. And he's managed to get free. Onana gets over and intercepts. No, that's been intercepted. Over to the right flank.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Bullish header! Against the crossbar! That's going to go a long way. And once more he proves rigid and robust. And that has left him in a heap. High. That's a nicely shaped ball. Well read, nice interception. Mbappe does really well to win the ball there. Might be danger here. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Lazio! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Lazio are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Savinho. Batistuta might just make this. Oh, he's all alone. Shot a goal! And that's a sharp finish. They are purring, truly purring. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Lazio are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And he's managed to gift it back. Lazio have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Kimmich. He's looking wide. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Akanji wins the duel this time. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, nice touch. Good read, needed to be. Not the most accurate pass. Goes for a shot! That is ended up in no man's land. Diaz picks it up out wide. Chance, surely! And no mistake. Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Looking to play him in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He has found the way through. And this is... There's the shot! Akanji cuts it out. Danielson tries to pass it through. And it's made its way to him. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Lazio are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. Back on the way then. Now who's going to be first to this? Now, can they get him away?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's really well manoeuvred. It's all... Ah, he's given it away! Diaz. He's found the way through! Danielson, who's set up one goal so far. And it's Batistuta. Strokes it back. Onana. Nicely spread. Not where it came from. Oh, now he... And Batistuta! Oh, crossbar! Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now then, the ball's come loose. High. Shot could be on. Takes a shot! And there's a goal! And this is getting better and better. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Sostituzione per l'Udinese. Numero 11.
So
Messi.
time for change.
Numero
And this one has
27.
been on the cards for a little
Numero
while.
7. Numero
Lazio
19.
now in a position
Numero 18.
far more desirable.
Lasciano il campo
Well,
per
this is nothing
il
less
numero
than they
22.
deserve, Peter.
Il
They're in
numero
the driving
12.
seat now.
Il numero 21. Il
Goal
numero
kick.
13.
No, I
Il
stand
numero
corrected, it's a
15.
corner.
Piero
Udinese
Aubameyang.
with their first
L'affluenza
corner,
di
the
quest'oggi
first in the
è
game
di
for either side, actually.
81.007 spettatori.
And it's hoisted clear. Just eases him off the ball. Lazio are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mbappe. Barcola. Roberto Baggio. This is a promising build-up. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Maldini. This looks promising. Savinho. Savinho! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Savinho actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 9.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Ferran Torres coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Costa Curta looking for a runner. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper.
This is the time you need that pace.
Barcola making a dash for it. Knocks it into space. He's shifting through the gears here. Ball swung in. Khan deals with that nice and simple. Searching pass he's played there. Great vision. And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? Just cruising. They are cruising. It's all becoming so easy. Oh, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Il numero 7.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So now the difference is 3. Ferran Torres.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Lazio have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Aubameyang. Cafu. Yamal. And he's cut it out. Ferran Torres.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's picked his way through. Shoots! And that's in. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. That was a given. It always was.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Paris Saint-Germain, Lazio.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
This is a promising build-up. Closing in on goal. Oh, a delicate chip through. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, this one is pretty easy. It's got to be Aguero. How do you contain someone with the speed of movement, technical strength and finishing ability that he possesses? All I'm saying is that I'm glad it's not me trying to stop him.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Strokes it back. Knocks it into space. That's going to go a long way. Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. They're first. Costa Curta clears it away. Nice bit of trickery. And now they can spring out of defence. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Looking to play him in. Palmer. That's a decent chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead!
But pour l'équipe du Paris Saint-Germain.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
Paris Saint-Germain have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Not the most accurate pass.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Lazio have it back and can go again. Driving forward. Now that looks a decent ball. Van Bommel is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Ferran Torres. It's not an especially good pass, that. Danielson. That's a good run down the left. That is lovely. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Palmer. And here's Neymar. Oh, what has happened here? Space for him to turn and look. And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Now this could be a chance. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. So, third corner of the game. Mateus plays it short. That has been slung wide. Now a sudden chance to counter. He's found a way through. Picks out, shapes to shoot! He's got a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Palmer. Can he get on the end of this? And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Palmer clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
It's the keeper's ball. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. The second half is up and running. Filippo Inzaghi. And it's Timber. Danielson gets across and deals with it. It's a searching pass. Chips it through. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Zanetti. Oh, what a mistake! He's got away. It's a loose ball. Has another go! Wanted to outwit the keeper, but a shade off target.
Well, you can't fault him for his confidence, nor his willingness to have a go at that.
And he's had it nicked away. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Palmer. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Looking tidy in possession here. He's on it, can he get away? Mateus is... and he shoots! In he goes again! Goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Probing pass. Now he's running away. And he's there to get it away. It's gone out for a throw-in. Lazio needing a change of fortune here. And it's Palmer. Savinho. That has been cut short.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Howson cuts it out. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And he is dashing away. Palmer purring through the gears. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Zanetti. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Danielson, good driving run. Danielson going face-to-face with his great rival. Filippo Inzaghi being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And here's Neymar. And that's gone loose. Mateus. Nice sequence of passes, this. Rijkaard. Demilson, rapid and full of intent. He's picked his way through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Howson promptly onto that, and that is that. Aims beyond the defence. Tries a shot! And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And claimed it back swiftly. No, he's not getting past him there. Now it's Ferran Torres. And it's Neymar. Lazio could be just about done here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage. Lazio really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Now it's Palmer. Aguero out towards the flank. Mateus. Palmer.
Paris Saint-Germain really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's lost his man here. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. Now the referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Le numéro 12. À leur place, le numéro 7.
Howson has been given a red card for the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
Yeah, this could well be defining when you're looking back on events.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Lazio e Benfica.
The Eternal City embraces this massive sea of blue which has flooded across the Olimpico. It's hard to convince yourself there's another team involved. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Well, Wayne Rooney's goal today will be crucial. We all know of his...
And the shot! Goal! Lazio! And what a start!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Benfica are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And he's forced to go back. Baresi. Costa Curta. Martinelli going face-to-face with his great rival. And this is Batistuta. That has been cut short. Now it's Rooney. He's under a lot of pressure there. High. Now it's Savinho. Thiago. Can he get on the end of this? Onana. So just one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Pavlovic. And this is Batistuta. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And here's Rooney. Savinho. Quarter of an hour played. Onana. High. Strauch. Played out to the left flank. He's on it. Can he get away? Martinelli was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Baresi does really well to win the ball there. Strauch. Chance here to counter. Now it's Batistuta. Now, can they get him away? And he's managed... And the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Lazio with the corner, they're first. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, played right into his path. Shoots! And no mistake. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Martinelli, he is through here. And a chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Messi. Thiago. Cannavaro. And it's Pavlovic. We expected better, and so did he. Luis Suarez. Romero did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Strauch. Spread it left.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Neuer claims it, safe hands. Messi. Threads one in. Now it's Batistuta. Now this could be a chance. Thiago plays it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ball is over the line. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. High. Good running, strong and purposeful. Thiago. Nicely shaped ball. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Martinelli. And the counter is on. He's looking wide. And that could set him on his way. He's got away. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
Lazio are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Lazio are probably...
It's Luis Suarez! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Suarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Lazio have the chance to go the other way. Foot in. Now it's Batistuta. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Savinho. Batistuta. And he's there to get it away. And it's Amadou Onana. Batistuta is onto this. High. Luis Suarez.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Martinelli venturing down the left. He's going for goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And here's Martinelli. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Lazio! Into the lead once more. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Lazio leading now. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Lazio have got it back, and they'll have another go. Pavlovic. That has not gone well. Onana. Rooney. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a throw. And this is Luis Suarez! But he's left disappointed.
Suarez certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Thiago. Beckenbauer going forward. Now he's got space here. Leicester kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Not the most accurate pass. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. Thiago. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Chance! And he hits the net! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
And back to the keeper.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Shot a goal! Now that is commitment to the cause. It's their second corner of the game.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 21, il numero 25.
And they've got rid. Benfica are looking to go forward now. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And this is Rooney. He has found the way through. Romero did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rooney! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
Yamal. That's a little off target. There will be 4 extra minutes. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And time is up. Lazio illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looks